All right, Bills Mafia taking its talents to Smashville, to Nashville, Tennessee. Going to collide with the Titans tonight, and we're going to talk about it. Again, there is a Millie Maker Showdown on DraftKings right now for just $15. Get in on that, baby. Geoff, Ulrich, good to have you back. Pearce, Detrich, a couple DraftKings contributors here to help us out. Favorite plays for the DFS Showdown, and we're going to talk a little bit about some sportsbook plays as well. Who are you going to captain tonight, Geoff?
I'm going to Steph Diggs, 100%. Love this matchup for them. The Titans, I mean, they are the quintessential funnel to the pass defense. Well, maybe not the quintessential, but it's really good to pass against the Tennessee Titans. This is a team who, if you listened to Pearce and I yesterday, you know that they like to give up big plays. So, I mean, why not target the passing offense here? For the Buffalo Bills, the Bills are throwing more in the red zone too than pretty much every other team except the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Steph Diggs, very much due for some positive touchdown regression here. Only one touchdown through 6 games. This is a player who's got 6 or more touchdowns in each of his last 4 seasons. This one has big play written all over it for Steph Diggs. So I think in prime time, he breaks out here. We're due for a monster Steph Diggs, Josh Allen performance, and I'm pretty sure you're going to get it here against, like I said, a secondary that grades out bottom 5 in a lot of different metrics.
Okay, Pearce, who you spending 1.5 times the salary on?
I'm going to play it safe and go with Josh Allen. We don't know if Diggs is going to get that monster game. It's going to happen soon enough, but we do know that Josh Allen is going to continue to have big-time games. So I'll take it, the safe route here. Target the 25th ranked pass defense. They were 30th last season. Tennessee's halfway decent against the run, and Buffalo doesn't necessarily have that great of a run game. So you would imagine that Buffalo will continue to put the ball in the air. If you want to go through a cheaper option at captain, Dawson Knox hit last week. Maybe get lucky with Cole Beasley out of the slot. Diggs can work too, but either way, I don't see how Josh Allen's not on your roster tonight.
Yeah, right. He barely missed out on his second 40-point fantasy game this season last week against the Chiefs. He's going to be definitely flirting with that tonight. At least it feels like it. Okay, so Josh Allen is the most expensive player in this game then, Pearce. So if you need value, you're going to have to spend less money here in this department. Who's your guy?
So let's go with another Josh Reynolds at $600. Now, you need to watch the news tonight. Follow the @DK Live Twitter account and find out if A.J. Brown is going to play or not. He is questionable with an illness. Also find out what the status of Chester Rogers is. We know that Julio Jones will be back, but even when Julio Jones was healthy, he was only playing half the snaps. So we could very well see Reynolds get a lot of action tonight in a game which I would expect Tennessee to be trailing in a game that Tennessee is going to pass more than they would like to. And Reynolds is not some washed-up receiver. He had 50-some receptions last year for 600 yards, and that's with splitting time with 2 other really good wide receivers. He's got plenty of talent. He's got an opportunity if he can get on the field. You just got to watch the injury news tonight.
Yeah, that's right. It was Brown last night, guys, who was downgraded to questionable for tonight's game. Geoff, value play in this one. Who is it?
I mean, I really like the Josh Reynolds call. I'm not sure I understand his slow start. Like Pearce said, he's a good wide receiver. So at $400, it's worth it, right? But I'm going to go to another wide receiver, not on the other team. I'm going to go to Gabriel Davis at $2,000 in this game, and he's been a disappointment, quite frankly. A lot of people had him pegged for a breakout. The Emmanuel Sanders edition, Dawson Knox becoming like a very viable tight end and a good receiver all of a sudden. It's really pushed him down kind of just the depth chart and just into like nothingness, where he gets like 1 target a game. But he's still seeing the field. He's still a really explosive outside wide receiver. And I mentioned the Tennessee Titans secondary, man. I mean, this team loves to give up big plays. So, they're 6th in yards per pass attempt. You're going to see Josh Allen throw the ball in this game, probably 35-plus times. Gabriel Davis at $2,000, this is the kind of spot where you will see him break off like a 50-yard touchdown or something. So I mentioned I like Steph Diggs for all the same reasons. Gabriel Davis is just like a boomer bust version of Steph Diggs. Either he's going to get that one long pass target downfield or not, but he's only $2,000. If you're going to play Josh Allen, if you're going to play Steph Diggs, why not go with the triple stack here on the guy that no one's going to play tonight for the Bills because they're all targeting those Sanders and Dawson Knoxes. I think is a really good spot for Gabe Davis to get off the mat. So at $2,000, definitely, we're talking GPP kind of punt play, but in terms of pairing him with Josh Allen, I really like it tonight.
All right, looking at the DraftKings Sportsbook here now, guys. Looks like the Bills are favored on the road by 6. You got an over-under set right now at 53. How do you see this game playing out, Geoff?
I see it playing out as very fast-paced with a lot of points. This is the two, in terms of plays per game, how many offensive snaps we see from each team per game. These are the first and second teams in the league. We have efficient offenses here. We've got, chess pieces and Derrick Henry and Josh Allen who move the ball. Julio Jones is back. The Tennessee Titans defense is not going to stop anybody, especially Josh Allen, given how efficient he's been playing lately. Over 300 yards, 25 pass attempts. I'm taking the over here. This one has crept up. It was 53 yesterday. We're up to 54. I'm a little surprised it even has gotten – it's even at 54, though, because you look at these two teams and the styles they play and the offenses involved. Let's not forget, Tennessee Titans actually put up more points per game last year than the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know how you don't go over here. So I'm the over guy anyways. I'm taking the over every time. But and again, in a game versus two fast-paced teams, this one does project as a solid overplay. Yeah,
Pearce, kind of hard to disagree there because Buffalo's offense has been on fire lately, and it feels like Tennessee is healthy and kind of ready to roll.
I'm bearish on the over here. I think I would lean towards the under. I really would rather just bet the Bills to cover the spread. The Bills' offense looks awesome, but the Bills' defense also looks pretty strong as well. And I just don't know for sure with that Tennessee offensive line. They fall behind. They get one-dimensional. They can no longer use Derrick Henry. They could find themselves in a spot where they're not really scoring very many points. I don't believe in this Tennessee team at all. And they lost to the Jets. They kind of got lucky against Jacksonville. You get a touchdown called back for Trevor Lawrence. If Lawrence gets into the end zone like he did, then maybe Jacksonville wins that game. The Tennessee beat a bad defense in Seattle. Tennessee won another game against a bad defense. I just don't believe in Tennessee. I don't know if they can put up the points. I'm going to stay away from the over-under. I would much rather just take the Bills to cover the spread like they've been doing easily every single week.
Pearce, let's see what you believe in here for your favorite bet tonight. This is your slate-approved pick here, dudes, as we wrap up the segment. Go ahead.
I'm going to smash two in here real quick. Give me Ryan Tannehill over 10.5 rushing yards. He's gone way over this 3 times in games where he's been forced to pass, in games where they were losing. The only time that he didn't go over this, he barely missed going over this total, and those were games where they easily won or were much more competitive. And the other one is Derrick Henry under 97.5 yards rushing. I don't think that Tennessee's going to be able to hang tonight. I think they're going to be forced to pass. So give me the under on Derrick Henry, 97.5.
Which way you going here, Geoff? Favorite bet for tonight's game?
Let's take it to the touchdown props here. I mean, I mentioned Steph Diggs. I just feel like this is such a prime spot for him to get in the end zone. Buffalo, like I said, in the red zone, they pass it more than every other team except Tampa. I even think you could go to the multiple touchdown here, plus 600 for Steph Diggs to score 2 touchdowns. But we'll keep it simple, plus 100 to score a touchdown for Steph Diggs.